Hi, I'm Ree from mummyoffour.com. Welcome back to my channel and another speed clean video. The house is absolutely disgusting. We got back from a weekend away last night and we hadn't really recovered from the previous weekend away. There was kind of just never quite got back to a level in between the two trips. So I am dealing with, because I was so tired when we got in last night, a totally untouched suitcase, stuff that has been dumped everywhere, and then a backlog of washing, and just because the house is a bit of a tip, no one's been very respectful of it and everything's just been dumped. So the whole place is foul. So I'm going to do a power hour. I'm going to try and do as much as I possibly can. I've got to do the unpacking because there is stuff in this case that needs washing and putting away, otherwise I'm never going to find it again. So I'm going to do as much as I possibly can within the hour, and hopefully I'm really going to make a dent in it. So if you're doing your power hour, always make sure you prioritise your stuff that really has to happen, and for me it's this and the mess that it will create. So if you're new here, welcome. I'd love it if you would subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. I can't put it off any longer as much as I want to because I'm really tired and I can't be bothered to do this. Let's power hour.
So the main priority for today has got to be the entrance hall, where everything has been dumped and I really feel the hall's a mess, the whole house feels like it's a mess. Then it's got to be laundry because there's so much to catch up on, which then spills into our bedroom because that's where laundry ends up getting dumped, ready to get sorted. And then if I have time, I would like to tackle the girls' bedrooms, but if that doesn't happen, it's not the end of the world. So I like to use these curver baskets to sort things into, and you'll see that as I'm sorting things around the house, I pop them into the basket so they can go to the relevant rooms. So this is a toiletry bag, it needs to go upstairs, so I'm popping it in a basket, and other things that need to go to that room can get added in there too. If you watched the vlog from when we were away, I'll link it up in the cards now. You can see when we were packing, I was packing to come home, I packed the clean things that we did not use into these packing cubes. So again, they're super easy to just put away. That is a cosmetic case full of chargers. That's a little bag full of medical syringes, just in case the children were ill when we were away. Basically, I don't like to put small items loose in the case. I like to sort of section them off into these little cosmetic bags. I think there's my hair straightener, I need to go upstairs. But if the small items, like all those are toothbrushes, they're all put together in a little pack. It's just one thing to grab out of the case to put away. It just makes unpacking and putting away so much easier when we get home. Those are clean, dry cloth wipes that didn't get used. They were in a bag, much easier than sorting them through. You'll just see I slung Zara's shoes in through that door. That is our downstairs loo where we store all our shoes. I will need to tidy that later because that is a bit of a mess. Next, on to our dirty washing. If you watched my how I pack video, you'll know that I take these bags, they're like fold away bags, and then I unzip them and get there and fill them full of laundry. And I sorted these into a light load and a dark load ready to wash, and that's the case fully unpacked. So although there's a lot of stuff in there, because it was sectioned off, it didn't take that long. That case belongs under the stairs. Under the stairs is a tricky tip. I'll have to wedge that back in there later. But yeah, all the stuff is now out of the case. My next job, which I do normally like to start the second we walk in through the door, but I was just too tired last night, is to get on some washing. So as you see, I'm packing away these little packet bags that hang up the dirty laundry in them. So they were easily sorted. I'm just dumping the clean into one basket. What is wrong with me today? The lights into one basket and the darks into another basket, and then I can just add the other bits of laundry that I hadn't done before we went away and sort those into the different loads so I can get the washing machine going. It's always a good idea to do laundry first, because that way while you're doing other stuff, the machine is washing, and then the sooner you get it washing, the sooner you can get it all moving and drying and on to the next stage. I like to use a colour catcher in most loads. I do need to look into getting reusable ones of these. Apparently they do have them. I like to use a scoop of Unstoppables, which just make the laundry smell amazing and lovely. And then I use Fairy Non-Bio. I use a scoop of that and a little drop of Lenore fabric softener. I tend to put our clothes on for a short wash. They don't need to be on super hot and super long unless they're really dirty. They're not especially dirty, they just need freshening up. Next job is to sort the clean, dry washing that's come out of the dryer into my laundry calyx system. Basically, each one of those black boxes belongs to a different family member. I put the clean washing into the relevant person's box, and then when it is full, it is given to that family member and they are asked to put their own laundry away. Now it's time to make a little bit of space in the laundry room because it's like clutter-tastic, so that I can sort out the clean cloth wipes and get them all kind of damp and smelly in a good way, ready to use. So I use a little drop of this lavender essential oil, and I'm using these cheeky wipes boxes. I shall link all the information about this below. So yeah, just it's lavender and water in the box, and then they're stored damp, ready to use, so then you can grab them and use them as if they were a disposable wipe, only they smell better and they are actually more efficient at cleaning up sticky hands, faces and poop. Oh look, I've just found de-icer. It's July and for some reason there's de-icer left out, so once I've cleaned all the surfaces, I'm just using my little Zoflora and a microfiber cloth to wipe all the surfaces in here, because it's only a small room, but if I can get this room clean and tidy, ta-da! Look how much better that is, and at least I feel like I've achieved something. Now it's time to clear the hall, and I am using these baskets, my Kerber baskets, which I love, to carry everything up and down the stairs. It's just so much quicker to load up baskets than carry loads of loose bits. Next job is to tackle this area by the front door. The children haven't even emptied their school bags or put their stuff away. I normally kind of encourage them to do this stuff themselves, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. And then the more stuff that is dumped there, the more stuff gets added to it, and the more likely other people are to dump things. Everyone is supposed to put away their own shoes neatly in the downstairs loo. It doesn't always happen, but I must admit the biggest culprit for that is my husband, not the children. So I've just pulled all the shoes off this shelf because they were such a mess, and putting them back neatly so that they actually all fit. And like I said, if it's a big dumping mess, everyone just dumps stuff, whereas if it's neat and tidy, they're more likely to put their shoes back tidily and keep it tidy. We do have an awful lot of shoes between the 6 of us, and these all just be left in the hall, which really stressed me out. So keeping them in the downstairs loo, even if it's not the tidiest of solutions, is a lot better than it was. So now just to clear this last area of just bits and pieces, Bella's ballet kit, that needs to go upstairs, drinks, suntan lotion, goodness knows what else has been dumped there, my little picnic basket that goes on my pram, which hasn't even been emptied of food since yesterday, that needs to go in the kitchen to be emptied. All needs to be moved so that we can clear the surfaces. I do feel like clear surfaces in the hall make me feel like the entrance hall is tidy, and therefore the whole house looks tidy. Now here is my understairs of shame. We don't have an attic space as such because we have rooms in the attic, so we don't have anywhere to hide stuff. So this is where I hide stuff. This under the stairs really needs sorting, but at the moment it's full of junk and I've hidden it with that screen. So now you know. So now I'm just dusting over with my little reusable duster head thing. They're like Dave the Duster, but you can put the top bit in the washing machine, and giving the rug a little bit of a vacuum with my cordless Dyson, because yeah, once the entrance hall is tidy, it creates a lovely illusion of tidy for the whole house. Whether the whole house is or not tidy, then at least people coming to the house won't have a first impression of, oh, what a mess. So those are the last bits. That's Bella's ballet kit that needed to go upstairs, and I think that's the haul pretty much done. Yeah, that's the haul done and looking about a billion times better. Now that the haul is done, it's time to go and empty the washing machine, which has finished. Now I sort things into 2 types of clothes to be dried. So our kind of nicer clothes, basically anything that isn't uniform, school uniform, gets hung up to dry as opposed to going in the dryer, because I find that tumble drying clothes kind of makes them wear out and fade a lot quicker. And then things like pyjamas, socks, underwear, that kind of thing gets put in the dryer as well as the school uniform. So before I sort out where I put in the drying, I'm chucking another load on in the machine. Just if you get back from holiday or something, you've got a backlog, just keep the machine going, just keep it moving. The second it finishes, get it back on again, get the stuff through, get it clean, and then you stand a chance, because when you've got mounds and mounds of dirty washing that you just have got to get through it's just really depressing. So get it clean and then you can get it sorted. While I'm waiting for the dryer to finish, I can put the rest of that drying in the dryer. I am bringing the wet wash that needs hanging up upstairs, because in our ensuite we've got this cupboard where I have got a hanging rail in there, and that's where I hang stuff up to dry. Now the problem is it's full of clean dry stuff, so all the dry stuff has to come out in order to make space for the wet stuff, and this is where the backlog is a problem, as you can see. So my bras, I don't put those in the dryer because they get wrecked. As you see, all the kind of any of my tops or dresses, any of the children's tops or dresses, they just stay nicer and newer looking for longer if you don't put them in the dryer. And if you dry them this way, kind of hung up in shape, they don't need much or even any sometimes ironing, which is quite beneficial. So yeah, all of this stuff has to be sorted. I'm just sorting it into piles of who it belongs to, so that they can be put in the relevant person's wardrobe. Most of this stuff isn't going to need any ironing, and some of the bits that do need ironing I sort of keep separate or even just do as we go, because like I said, when it's dried this way, I find it just really efficient, and you know, it's dried in a nice warm airing cupboard and it barely has any creases. So I'm gathering together all the rest of the spare hangers to hang up the wet washing in a newly empty airing cupboard. So I make sure that everything is turned round the right way before I hang it up, and it's not in a funny shape, and all the sleeves are pulled through and stuff. That way it dries nicely and it's less creased. So drying stuff this way really does, it just saves so much time because it's already on the hanger and then it's a kind of a grab and go when it is dry. You need to make sure if you're doing this that it's not overstuffed and over kind of crowded in there, which is why you have to empty all the other stuff out first. I quite often like to put some hangers in between each item to make sure they're spaced out, just to leave a little bit of air to circulate so that it can dry properly. Otherwise it just ends up with a whole load of damp smelliness and it not drying properly at all. But yeah, if you don't overload it, this is a really efficient way. I don't actually have a washing line outside. I just find it rains so much in the UK that it would be a total waste of time. So drying things this way is a cheap and efficient way to do things for me, especially when I've got so many people to wash clothes for. So now I'm hanging up all of my clothes. Now if you watched the video where I decluttered and KonMari'd my wardrobe, you'll know I like to have my clothes in rainbow order because then I can find everything that I need, and it's easy to choose what I want to wear and what goes with what, just because it's all hung up in rainbow order, and rainbow order makes me happy, so that's why I do that. And then my shorts and jeans and things are folded into these drawers below. And then that is all my stuff pretty much done, and the end of my power hour. I am out of time.
Well, that's it for my power hour today. I must admit, if I look around my house, I feel like I've barely even made a dent in what has to be done, but I think as mums we have to be realistic. Like now I'm out of time. I've got to go and put my child to bed and have a shower and work, because I've got those things have to happen. So the cleaning and housework and whatever else we have to do has to kind of fit in pockets of time around our other obligations, because you know, certain things have to happen, like you have to put the child to bed, you have to work, and you can live with mess. I don't like it. I like it all to be nice and tidy, but you know, nothing bad's gonna happen other than me getting stressed if it's left there. Because look, I mean, for example, my hall is nice and tidy, my laundry room's nice and tidy, my laundry is like in process now, but look at this. This is all like clean stuff from packing that needs to go away. I haven't done it. Bed, not really made that well. Bathroom's not clean. So many things not done. But like I said, it's a power hour, and we've got to learn not to beat ourselves up, and I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to you. So I hope you found that helpful. I hope you found it motivational. I hope that you and I can give ourselves a break when we don't get it all done. I'm just gonna have to power hour again tomorrow and deal with this. So if you have liked this video, please give it a huge thumbs up. Do not forget to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday at 7 PM. If you want to watch my latest video, that's just example of this one here. And if you would like to see more speed cleaning, decluttering, that kind of thing, you can find those down here. So I'll see you very soon in the next video. Mwah.